Hello and welcome to another video in our series, 3 Minutes of California Family Law, brought to you by Family Law San Diego. Hi, I'm Bud Klueck, founding and managing partner of Family Law San Diego. Today's topic will be the 10-year rule. A lot of people have heard that there's this 10-year rule involving divorce. What does it mean? Actually, has a narrow meaning, I imagine, than a lot of people think. To begin with, the 10-year rule only applies to alimony or spousal support. What the 10-year rule says is that if a marriage has lasted 10 years or more, the judge cannot terminate spousal support or alimony at the time of trial. Marriages of less than 10 years, generally alimony or spousal support only lasts for half the length of the marriage. That's the other rule, the half the length of the marriage rule, and that only applies to marriages not of 10 years or longer. If you have a lengthy marriage but not quite 10 years, the judge could use his or her discretion to rule that that marriage was a marriage of long duration and therefore subject to the 10-year rule, even though it was not quite 10 years. Now, even if the 10-year rule is in effect, the judge could terminate spousal support at some other time, some later date than the actual trial in the case, although they almost never do. Now, that does not mean that you're going to get spousal support or alimony or that you're going to get it for all of your life. To begin with, the judges are not idiots. Any judges watching this, please take note. I think you're real smart. The point is that judges can differentiate between a marriage that is 10 years and 1 day and a marriage that is 30 years or 40 years or 50 years long. They're all quote-unquote marriages of long duration, but there's a big difference between one and the other. The judge could set the spousal support at 0 and just not terminate it. On a regular day-to-day, week-to-week basis, there's no real practical difference between terminating spousal support and just setting it at 0. Nobody's receiving spousal support, nobody is paying alimony. Now, the parties can agree to terminate spousal support and often do, but the judge cannot impose it on divorcing parties if it's a marriage of a long duration. Now, spousal support or alimony is one of the most complex areas of family law, and it's one of the highest levels of discretion with judges. That means they have more power to mess around with spousal support than almost any other subject matter in family law. It requires expertise, and if you have any questions about spousal support, alimony, how much do I get, how much do I have to pay, how long do I have to pay, please contact us. Our phone number is 619-448-6500. I'll say that in a slightly different fashion. Area 619-448-6500. Or you can contact us on the web, www.familylawsandiego.com. That's familylawsandiego.com. No breaks, no dashes, no dots, no nothing. Thank you for listening to this video, another video in our series, 3 Minutes of California Family Law, brought to you by Family Law San Diego.